only one truth? Starting vibe coding is rough and easy. You know that. Hello there, you know that. If it runs, it's good enough. It's like you don't really get it, but you just let AI handle making apps and stuff, you know that. I'm gonna try vibe coding, you know that. Last time, we decided to go with Godot, you know that. I downloaded and installed Godot from the official site, you know that.
If we're moving to the next step, let's just build a minimal action game in Godot as the finished prototype. You can make a proto for video content in one day. Next, shall we try that?
Yeah, let's give it a shot, you know that.
Okay, then let's proceed with the steps to create a minimal action game in Godot using full AI assistance. We'll do it right here. First, let's clarify the goal. For this video-friendly minimal action game, the specs will be like this. Specs: minimal setup player character can move left/right and jump. Can only move on the floor. Falling leads to game over. One type of enemy wandering around, touching it reduces HP. Game over at HP 0. Score increases over time. Single screen background plus floor plus character plus enemy. Instantly playable feel when viewed in the video.
And now, the AI has generated all sorts of code for us. First, make a new text file, casually and rename it. As long as it matches the file name, it's good to go, you know that. I don't know what's written in it, but for now, just copy-paste into the corresponding file name, you know da. I'm using Notepad as the editor, you know da. Of course, it's a free tool, you know da. And for the images, it's best to prepare them with AI, right? Gemini is good for getting images, you know da. ChatGPT hits usage limits quickly. And right now, Gemini seems superior for image generation, you know da. So, I prepared images like this, you know da. Place them in the designated spots. If my hypothesis that code only without touching GUI is advantageous is correct, you know that. When using Godot for vibe coding, only 3 spots are needed here. Here. And here, you know that. Only use the debug function. When humans check actual behavior and share weird parts or desired changes with AI. To copy-paste Godot's errors from the debugger tab to AI. 3 copy-pasting is add debug messages from the output tab to AI, you know da. This should be enough, you know da. Alright, prep okay. Let's see if what you gave me runs, you know da. The player ship is falling down without landing on the floor properly, you know da.
With this fix, the player should be able to stand and move on the floor.
Okay, that's sorted now, you know da. Huh? But it doesn't collide with the enemy though.
This should properly make touch enemy to reduce HP work.
Eh? It doesn't change though. Maybe I'll ask another one, you know da. Right now, hitting this doesn't take damage. Can you fix it?
Looking at the code, there are several reasons the player isn't taking damage. Let's fix the main issues.
Here we go, you know that?
Great that the game is working normally now.
Alright, this should work. This method will work, you know that. Let's start making the actual game to complete. In game development, deciding the genre is very important, you know that. Tools that are easy to make change depending on the genre. But this is vibe coding, so just vaguely and casually convey ideas that come to mind to AI and see, you know that. You know, like, you know that? something like Mega Man with weapon boss weakness systems. Like special attacks or weak points, you know. A Gradius style horizontal scrolling shooter. Since it's always facing one way, no need to turn around, so it should be easier to make, right? That's why you know da!
To incorporate Mega Man's weapon acquisition system into a Gradius-style shooter, the following structure and implementation are needed. Overall system enemy defeat. Right pointing arrow weapon item appears, right pointing arrow player contact, right pointing arrow weapon add, switch. This implementation integrates Mega Man's characteristic, steal weapons from enemies, system into a Gradius-style shooter. Adjust each weapon's behavior and balance according to game design.
No, that's not it. You know that? In Mega Man, you get a unique weapon after defeating the boss, not stealing from regular enemies, you know that? But this part. Thanks for this. This section is usable, you know that. Movement with WASD and bullet firing with space key. That's right. Auto strength is cross-platform deployment. Since we're at it, it might be good to make the mobile UI at this stage too. It'll affect the layout imagery and such. Right now, I'm having AI make a game in Godot, you know that? I'm trying with Gemini CLI, DeepSeek, ChatGPT, but each has subtle issues, you know that. What do you think, confident?
Godot game development sounds fun. Compared to other AIs, honestly, each has strengths. If you tell me the subtle issues with other AIs, I can address them mindfully. What type of game are you making, and where are you stuck now?
The subtle issues, you know that? Gemini CLI totally no good, too many errors, can't fix even when told. DeepSeek session length limit, when reached, have to start over from scratch. Can't assume prior context, so have to summarize and explain the gist every session change. ChatGPT for user hits limits immediately.
Got it, each constraint is clear. My situation. Error fixes can iteratively fix code, good at pinpointing causes from error messages. What game are you trying to make?
I'm trying to make a Mega Man style Gradius-like shooter, you know that? 8 stages with selection, clear each to get powerful shots. Can set up to 2 shots, normal shot collect P in stage to fire simultaneously. Damage taken reduces 1 by 1, that's the image, you know that? And now, up to firing normal, shot with space and moving with WASD, you know that? Since it's Godot, better to think mobile main, right? So, you know that. Decided to implement virtual joystick first.
Nice! Like combining Mega Man X's stage select with Gradius power-ups. Virtual joystick implementation definitely can handle. Touch controls in Godot are pretty simple to implement and easy to debug. Implementation policy. Virtual stick for movement in bottom left. Shot button in bottom right. Add special weapon button later.
Right now, it feels like this, but you know that.
Got it, understood. This should work.
Okay, at least the input prep is done for now, you know that? Next, let's quickly get ideas for what weapons to have, you know that?